Ladies and gentlemen, Arknights' second collaboration with Monster Hunter is life. And as most already know, Orchid got her altar, wearing Monster Hunter armor and bow as a weapon. She's also the 6th star in this collaboration. And in this video we'll see what she can do. I played every Monster Hunter since World, and although I'm not much of a bow user myself, I can tell Arknights did a good job translating the bow moveset to this tower defense game. For Orchid being a bow user, they decided to give her a sniper class, with a heavy shooter subclass. You know, the sniper subclass that has short range, and can deal high single target damage. Quite fitting, because despite bow is one of the long range weapons in Monster Hunter, you still somewhat need to get close to your target to avoid damage drop off. Anyway, Orchid Altar is focused on DPS, which isn't surprising. But she also specializes in fast redeploy, which came from her talent and also her module. In the entirety of sniper class, there's only one other sniper who is considered a fast redeploy unit. So it's good to know we have another one, and is no doubt stronger. Her power and uniqueness is already shown in her trade. She has a somewhat hidden trade where each of her basic attacks actually deal 3 hits, similar to how Gravel and Bee Hunter deal 2 hits. But just like their case, the game calculated the 3-hit combo as if she only dealt a single damage. However, while the damage still counts as a single hit, the number of attacks still counts. Which makes her a great counter against hit count check enemies, like those in IS-6. Well then, let's see her talent. Orchid's talent 1 will make her use power coating to her arrows, which will activate after she triggers her skill, and you can actually see she does the put on coating animation from the original game. Then for the next 50 attacks, she will get a damage multiplier. And you should be able to reset this simply by redeploying her. Weirdly enough, from what I see, there's no visual indicator for her talent 1. So it's almost impossible to tell whether she still has this damage multiplier or not. Anyway, for her second talent, it's quite a god tier talent. First, it will permanently reduce her redeployment time by 15 seconds, and her DP cost will never increase. Additionally, if she is deployed in this area around her last location, or where the wire bug is located, she will get a temporary attack buff, giving you a bit more encouragement to use her as fast redeploy. Moreover, she can be deployed on the surrounding ground tiles of her last location, making her positioning more flexible. This talent is definitely where she got her fast redeploy tag. But truth to be told, she still has a big redeployment cooldown. But not to worry, Orchid got the X module. For heavy shooter, it will further reduce the redeployment time by 25 seconds, making her redeployment time significantly shorter. For the upgrade, it will enhance her second talent. Stage 2 will further reduce her redeployment time, and increase the attack buff if you redeploy her near the wire bug. Stage 3 will again reduce the redeployment time, and now the attack buff radius is wider. Needless to say, if you're going to get and build her, don't skip her module. Okay, let's see her skills. Her skill 1 is the power shot move. She will fire multiple arrows, each with critical damage. And if there's additional charge remaining, consume it, to unleash the power valley which deals even more damage. Each arrow also has some chance to deal stun, which is frankly still one heck of RNG. This skill can store up to 4 charges, and 1 skill charge will be used once it's full, just like Saki's skill 1. Next, her skill 2. She will do aerial aim. Orchid will float in the air for a few seconds, and unleash multiple arrows to all enemies in range. Once she lands, she will also deal another attack in the frontal area. Now this skill can hold charges, and as soon as you deploy her, she will immediately trigger this skill without consuming SP. making it a great heli drop skill. And in general her skill 2 is definitely her best skill. Last but not least, her skill 3. She will do the bow's most or a farm move, Dragon Pisser. Much like the one in OG game, she will charge the bow for a few seconds. And then the arrow will strike all enemies in a straight line. The arrow works similar to Yato Alter skill 3. The arrow will deal big physical damage, as well as arts damage, for every set of distance traveled. This skill is more or less the new era of Ifrit lane. You can be confident she can take down normal and most elites in one skill activation. The damage against bosses is not as good as I thought it would be based on her preview. Because this skill is definitely aimed for big boss that occupy more than one tile. In summary, I think skill 2 is best suited for general content, while skill 3 is best to clear a long straight lane, or take down giant bosses. So ladies and gentlemen, that is Orchid Alter. What do you think? Well, she's a collab unit that will most likely not come back to the game if you missed her. And that alone might be enough for some of you to get this HR lady. But gameplay wise she's also a great unit to save. She's a great DPS unit, and her quicker redeployment time is truly top tier. She and the entirety of Monster Hunter 2nd collaboration should come to us global dwellers around November or December. So make sure to save up if you want them. That should be all. Adios.